Hey everybody, Chris here.
I'm Linda. You look like you're squished. You're like trying to get into the camera.
I am trying. Hey you guys, we're not at the Happy Place Homestead right now because we are on a mission.
We are going to see Herb.
Herb is, he's been a big part of our life for many years. Herb is our official butcher.
Yay.
Yeah.
So we have finished our 3 hogs for the year, and we're now going to go pick them up in a box or a couple boxes.
It better be a lot of boxes.
It better be a lot of boxes.
We had about 600 pounds of pork, basically, after it had been processed. That's an amazing amount of meat. And Herb had asked Linda, I mean, how do you want this to be distributed, made up, you know, like packaged?
Yeah, he was like, are some of these hogs for other people? And we're like, no,
they're for
for us.
So
he thought that, he was like kind of surprised by that. But
so we're gonna get the first load, and then we'll have another load where it takes longer for them to cure it and smoke it and get it ready. So anyway,
yeah,
we're excited, and this is something that we don't know how to do yet. So it's nice to lean on people who have that expertise. He's a good old boy, and actually this is probably going to be his last year of being our butcher, because he's going to retire, which he didn't ask us for permission to retire.
But anyway, I think that, like Chris said, having these people in your life that you can lean on is so important. So you don't have to do it on your own. It's okay to ask for help, right?
Yeah, amen to that. So today our pigs go to freezer camp. We're excited, and it was a good year. All right, so do we need to kill them all at the same time, or does it matter? All right, should I put some corn down?
Should be fine.
Here, Joe, go get the bucket of corn. What do you say to Jude? So I'm out here because my wife is interested in a second tree for Christmas. We have a lot of pine trees and firs here. I don't know. There's got to be one here we can get. That might be a little too big for the second tree that Linda wants.
Yeah?
So we got to get another tree for Mom. She wants a second Christmas tree.
What tree are we going to get?
I think I saw one over there that we can maybe get. I want your opinion.
Well, I need to know what tree it is first.
I'll show you. You guys, sometimes it's okay to ask for help. And I think the older I get, the more I value the help that is being offered. You know, when you're young and you're independent and you're wanting to just kind of take the world by storm, you don't really like to ask for help because it almost seems like it's a sign of weakness. And the truth is that in my life, there have been a number of times where I have felt that way, almost weak, and the help that was offered to me was very humbling. And, you know, that help came at some very important times in our life. When I had my first open heart surgery, people in our neighborhood would bring food for us to eat and would come over and help with any of the, difficult chores. I certainly couldn't lift anything heavy. So it's kind of amazing when people come alongside you and they help. Over the years, I think that the older you get, you start to realize I can't do everything on my own the way I want. And having people help is not only practicing humility, but it's also an opportunity for you to grow with their gifts and talents alongside yours. And so I think about that a lot, even from a standpoint of making music, which I've done forever. Whenever I wrote songs by myself, it was certainly very rewarding and beautiful. But when I had the privilege of writing with other artists, I wrote songs I never would have wrote on my own. And that collaboration is such a beautiful opportunity. And so I think that for us in our life here on the Homestead, there's a lot that we know and a lot that we don't know. So it's nice to reach into the knowledge of people who have been living this way for decades. And so don't be afraid, it's just part of what it means, I think, to become more mature. You want that little thing? It's janky.
Yeah, but it's like nice and small. Is it close enough to the camera?
We're going to have to trim the bottom anyways, so at least this one's full. I guess that's kind of full too, but it's like a little tiny thing. I mean, that's an option. They're not like a lot of the Christmas trees that have constant branches coming out. And actually, you'd have to have really light ornaments on it because it'll just hang down. It's very soft to the touch. It's hard to really see. I think this one might be the better bet. I should bring one in that's super janky just to see what Linda's reaction would be.
Okay, really quick, I want to tell the story that I think is, at least for me, the turning point from where we initially considered ourselves on this homestead journey as being self-sustaining, like that being our biggest goal, to the idea of relying on others, needing other people to help us, and the importance of community in our life, that we live out in the middle of a farm in the middle of nowhere, but we need other people. We need community. Okay, it was our first Christmas here and we were super prepared. At least we thought so. We knew that there was going to be more snow where we are here in New York than where we came from in Ohio. So, and we also had heard that Central New York gets more snow than any other area in the entire country, which is crazy. We average here in Syracuse about 120 inches a year. Yeah, I know some of you guys are passed out. It's okay. But since we lived here, we haven't seen anything close to that yet. So anyway, we were prepared. And how we were prepared was that we'd bought this super ghetto, beat up, rusted, not really roadworthy pickup truck that had a plow on the front of it. So because we knew that with Chris needing to get to airport, our daughter needing to get to the hospital for her nursing school, that we needed to get our driveway plowed, and our driveway is pretty long. So we thought that's our best bet. We're gonna have this truck and we're gonna plow. We also put a plow on our four-wheeler. We also put a snowblower on our lawn tractor. And what else did we have? Shovels. Yeah, we were ready. And then November came. November, it wasn't even December. It wasn't even winter. November came and we got the biggest snowfall, this huge dump of big, wet, lake effect snow. And that entire day, literally that entire day, Chris was out working with the snow.
Hey, my name is Chris Paget, and welcome to Florida. We live in Syracuse, New York area, and it snows here. Basically, I think we got all our snow yesterday and today. So, you're welcome, America. Should be a nice winter for the rest of you. Here's what I noticed. I did everything I could to prepare for snow. I had a four-wheeler that had a plow. I had a snow blower connected to a Husqvarna tractor, and I had a Chevy big pickup truck that had an 8-foot plow on the front. All three are gonna make me have the easiest winter ever. Well, I tried the big truck with the plow, the 8-foot plow. A hydraulic thing, pipe broke. Two of the metal thingies on the side broke. In other words, it's broke. But the problem was then we got the truck into a ditch and now I can't move it. So that's so awesome. So with that, no worries, we have the four-wheeler. Well, the plow came off the four-wheeler. Now the four-wheeler actually won't even move because I'm pretty sure that the entire transmission died. Not to worry, I've got a shovel. It's cracked. No big deal. I have the Husqvarna with the snow blower on it. That's pretty cool. The only thing with that is that it takes two people to push, one to drive it, because it won't go anywhere. All it does is spins, even with chains. So what am I saying? Sometimes things can get a little difficult. And honestly, it's been a little frustrating today. But the good news is, right down the road, there's a guy who plows driveways. I'm gonna make a phone call. Sometimes we have to think a little bit outside the box. I've done everything I could, but still, I need help.
By the end of that day, Chris came inside, beet red. I mean, his skin, every area of his skin, even his skin on his legs that was underneath the jeans that he had on, was beet red. He was so cold. He was frozen all the way through, and we had a full driveway of snow. So what was the next thing to do? He made a phone call. He called someone who had recommended this guy, and by the end of the day, this guy came and rescued us and had us completely plowed out. We had purchased the whole rest of the season's worth of plows, plowing for our driveway, and that's how it's been ever since. We don't plow our own driveway officially. We do some cleanup things with our four-wheeler, but that truck is gone. We don't use the snowblower anymore because it doesn't work, and it was an insane day. But it was in that moment though that I realized we can try all the best we can to be self-sustaining, to do it ourselves. But the problem was, 1, we lack equipment very often. 2, we lack knowledge and experience very often. And 3, you simply just need help once in a while. So to me, again, like I said, that's the story. That's the story that was the turning point for us, that this homestead we do want to be self-sustained. We want to grow our own food, raise our own meat. We want to be prepared for whatever new chaos the world's going to experience. But we need other people. So it's not just in snowplow that we have found help, but we have found help by so many other neighbors who will help us with our animals and butchering them, neighbors who have helped fell trees for us because we were unable to do it. We needed somebody who had a lot more experience to fell that tree in a way that is not going to kill anybody. We have a neighbor down the road. You've heard me mention Melanie, and she has been a huge blessing. She's helped me with canning. She's helped me with herbalism stuff. She dog sits for us. Just a good friend. And that's what I realized is that you need help. You need to have those kind of interconnections with people around you, whether it's actually the person next door or somebody else in your community, even the connection here online, that we need these connections as humans. And honestly, we can't be successful without them. So anyway, that's my little story, and that's my little 2 bits about we do need each other.